Eyewitness News begins with breaking news.
Well, the indictment we told you was coming a few weeks ago is now official.
It sure is. New Orleans City Councilman at large Jason Williams indicted on tax fraud charges. U.S. Attorney David Joseph announced a short time ago that a federal grand jury in New Orleans returned an 11-count indictment yesterday, charging Williams and Nicole Burdett of Kenner with conspiracy to defraud the United States, aiding and assisting in the preparation and presentation of false and fraudulent tax returns, and failure to file IRS Forms 8300 relating to cash received in trade or business. Now, Williams addressed the investigation at a news conference earlier this month, proclaiming his innocence and blaming his former accountant. Williams is, of course, running for district attorney and accused current DA Leon Cannizzaro of fueling the whole probe.
This is not investigations of criminal activity. This is old school, dirty New Orleans politics that has held this city back for too long. This attack on me makes me only want to run for DA even more.
Eyewitness investigator Mike Perlstein has been following this story and the latest developments. He's joining us now in the studio with more. Mike, how did this all come about?
Well, we've been hearing about this investigation for a couple of months, and the grand jury was in Lake Charles. We see that the indictment was handed down here in the Eastern District here in New Orleans. And as you saw from Jason Williams' comments, he did address this many weeks back and called it political, said that he had done nothing wrong and blamed his former accountant, actually someone who was masquerading as a CPA. But the indictment itself contains some very, very serious charges. Starts with a conspiracy in which he allegedly conspired with another attorney in his office in the preparation of his tax forms for his business, a law firm, a very, very successful one, in which at least 5 years overstated expenses, thus, according to the indictment, saving him more than $200,000 that he would have owed in taxes. An additional 5 counts relate to taking cash payments from clients and not reporting those as income. And of course, the final charge being a conspiracy with Nicole Burdett, who once again is an attorney who is listed as an administrator in his law office. So unlike how Jason Williams characterized these charges, this is a very serious matter, facing possibly decades in prison on the maximum penalties if convicted.
Okay, Mike, well, thank you very much. And we'll, of course, continue to follow this story. We just heard from his attorney, Billy Gibbons, high-powered attorney, so we will have more.